Happy birthday
Dave.
to me. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's the Intuitive Angel Facebook Live show with Dave Emily and Amy Bianca.
And you'll never guess what day it is.
I know. We know.
It's Dave's birthday.
It's Pat's birthday.
Really? You share?
Pat from San Bernardino, who now lives somewhere in Illinois.
Happy birthday, Pat. Happy birthday.
Got your card, Pat. Thank you very much.
Well, how exciting. It's Dave's birthday. And guess what? We also gave birth to something else today. It just came in the mail. I'm so excited. Hello there. It's my new book.
Wow, the printing's all backwards, ain't it?
Well, no, it's not. But it's Prayers in Small Segments on Faith. It's a little book. And I'm so excited about it. The people over at the publishing company are excited, which is really nice because it makes me feel good that I'm excited. And we're going to have a very big special in April. You're going to, if you book a reading with me, any kind of reading in April, you get a free book and you'll have it signed and inscribed by me, which is really fun for me and fun for me to share the book with you. And what the book is about is it's about prayers in small segments on faith and how a simple prayer can get you through very difficult times. And not because the prayer tells you anything profound, but the act of reading or uplifting your spirit causes you to... Look, Dave, they're all saying happy birthday to you.
Hi.
Wow, that's so
it's
cool.
Mel is on the line. Hi, Mel.
Oh my gosh, Mel. How cool is that? Hi, Vanessa. Okay, so the book, my new book. Oh, let's see. We'll just turn to any old page and we'll just see this one. Bless each of you, and may your heart always be open to the wonders that each day brings. That's Archangel Jophiel. And so the whole book is filled with prayers. One of the things that is, I laughed at your conversation earlier about all the things that have been recommended by God. So many things to do, so little time. Those are the entities speaking. And whenever I'm down, I have all these transcribed, and I just sit there and I open something up and I read it, and it lifts up my heart and my spirit. So this will be available from Creative Space, from Amazon.com, from my website, and also from a couple of different places. And it's available both in a book, which is very nice. You can just keep it next to your bed, or in an ebook. So all my little elves have been working really hard to make this happen, and I'm very, very excited about it. So Dave, what's going to be happening at the Intuitive Angel?
Well, I guess, let's see, tomorrow's class we have...
Yeah, I did it, Mary, I did it.
That's right. What?
I have books. Mary was just saying she saw my book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we have 4 more, 4 more, which is really exciting.
All righty. Tomorrow's class is the Mediumship and Psychic Development class. Of course, free of charge by...
See your face. Face.
Oh, hi.
Here, let's just...
Don't do
There's
that.
Dave. Come on, Dave. Happy
Hi.
birthday, Dave.
Thank you. Okay, tomorrow's class, the Mediumship and Psychic Development class, going to be doing... I kind of called it the spirits surrounding you and how to use them, but you said it was disobsession.
In the traditional sense, the spirits that are around you, if they're not helping you to move forward, so if somebody's really sick or somebody's mentally challenged or somebody's addicted, when you want to cause the spirits to move to heaven, you don't want to harm them because they're our brothers and sisters, and so you always treat them with kindness and respect. I want to really stress that. But you want them to move on because their anxiety can be, especially for empaths, it can be sucked in by the people around them, and then you don't even know why you're unhappy. Isn't that terrible? So we want to have those spirits move on. And we also want the good spirits, our guardian spirits, we want to be able to listen to what they say. So that's what tomorrow's class is about. Helping spirits that are unhappy move on so they can get happiness in their souls. And the second part is being able to communicate with the good spirits that are next to you. And really, mediumship is not about a crystal ball and Madame Babushka and your son is here. Mediumship is about being part of the ebb and flow of the world. And speaking of the ebb and flow of the world, I want to share something. Once every couple thousand years, Venus goes retrograde. So all of you people out there, if you've done New Age at all, you know that Mercury goes retrograde rather frequently. And at that time, you can lose your keys. You don't know where you are. If you travel, you better buckle your passport to your body so that you don't lose it. Mercury retrograde makes people forgetful and not able to follow through on promises. And in general, just it's a little chaotic. But Venus retrograde, which is we're in right now until April 15th, is just this side of horrific. If you have been nasty to your loved ones, or if your loved ones have been nasty to you, that's Venus retrograde. If you're worried about, I was commenting that so many people I do readings for are really worried about, does he or she love me? What that really translates to is, I don't love me. I don't know who I am. I don't know what's going on. Why would anybody like me? Okay, that's Venus retrograde. That happens all the time. So if you're being a crazy person, if you're questioning yourself, if you woke up in the morning and yelled at your kids, if you read your spouse the riot act for something he did 15 years ago, that's Venus retrograde. You just have to go pop a piece of candy in your mouth and sit down and breathe in and out for a while and kind of calm yourself. Again, it's going to end in about 2.5 weeks, but right now, be careful out there, okay? Just be careful, take a deep breath, and practice breathing in love for yourself. I love myself. I am the best that I can be, and I am ever striving to be better. That's just a very nice mantra to say as you're breathing in and out, okay? And sucking on that piece of candy or eating a piece of chocolate so that you can get through this, really. And that's why we wanted to look at energy. That's how I got so fascinated, because as a reader, I can tell you all kinds of things that are important about your future, what's going to happen, what are you looking at, what's going on. But one of the things that a lot of readers miss is that sometimes your choices don't have anything to do with that, just so that you know. No choices. Okay, everybody out there who really loves Dave and thinks he's great, just send him some kind of a star or a flower or a balloon or whatever you've got on your keyboard, because it's happy birthday to Dave, and this is his surprise birthday party, his surprise virtual birthday party. That's why everybody is here. Yeah, look at that. Yay, Dave. Yay. So Dave always wanted a surprise party, and so this is it. And thank you all who don't usually come for coming by to send hearts and loving things to Dave, because he really does work so hard. I was just telling him how he's worthless, and so I was getting him ready for the surprise. So, surprise!
Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So thank you all for coming and giving Dave that surprise, that birthday surprise.
It makes me feel good. Look at that.
I know.
It's like fireworks.
It is, isn't it? It's so cool. So let's see, what's the energy around Dave? Okay.
Oh, we're doing a reading for Dave.
Well, this is the energy of financial constraints.
Well, you didn't get my star sign or my... Oh, forget it.
Yeah, so I kind of know it, Dave.
Okay.
So, and besides, you're sitting here right next to me. So, yes. Instead of beating yourself up about not having enough money, this says that there is... it's just an energy, and as just an energy, it's going to pass. So when you get this card that there's an energy of financial constraints, it can really hit you in the third chakra, the yellow chakra, and make your tummy hurt or cause distress and lack of sleep. When you realize that it's just energy and everybody's swimming in the same soup right now, how many people out there think that they have some financial constraints? So if you put up the things, if you put thumbs up, yeah, because we all feel that way. It doesn't even make a difference how much or how little money you have. We just all feel, I think, discombobulated by the government and by what's happening and by the huge amount of news out there, and you don't know what to do next. If you have a little bit of money, do you invest it, or do you get gold and put it under your pillow? If you do that, then I'm going to come rob you. But it's very hard to know what to do. So that's that one, and then this one. But towards the middle of April, the angel of balance comes in. Isn't that beautiful? So Dave is going to have a very balanced energy. Thank God. And he's going to be breathing in and out. He's going to feel wonderful.
I'm going to feel wonderful. My checkbook will be taken care of.
Yes, and then look, it's the red-headed lover, the angel of love. See? The angel of love is going to come in at the end of the month.
Who is she?
Ba-dum-bump.
Looks kind of hot.
I think she looks like me, don't you? Anyway, that's Dave's reading, and that's the energy. And he doesn't have to do anything. The energy is just going to take care of it. So that's what we're going to be doing for you today is energy readings.
Well, thank you for the reading.
And as usual, hi, Sindhu. As usual, if you haven't sent in for your reading, you can just type it in underneath here. Dave will pick it up. And we'll do the best we can. We're trying to keep it to an hour and a half, so I'll be as quick as I can. Okay. Oh, I did say the April special and the class tomorrow. Oh, and then there's a class April the 9th. And that
Sunday.
class is going to be on making gemstone healing amulets. Really, back 6, 7, 8,000 years ago, they found in caves, they found little pockets of gemstones and things. So people have always known that you can change the energy. You can change the energy by using certain remedies. And we're going to be using real gemstones that I was able to obtain from a friend in Russia. So they're actual, honest-to-God gemstones. And we're going to be using those and creating amulets. So you can make one for yourself, one for your family. And the class is going to be April the 9th.
9th, it's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday from 1 to 3:30. And we just ask for a donation for this class, but the materials and everything we ask for, if you can spare $20, and if you want to make a couple of extra amulets, whatever is in your heart to give. Okay, we're good.
All righty, and then the Thursday after tomorrow.
Yes.
It's going to be a real fun class for the Mediumship and Psychic Development class. We're actually going to do Mediumship and Psychic Development. We're going to do a 3-card reading with hands-on practice.
We are.
3-card readings.
Yes, I'm going to teach everyone how to do it, how to read the energy of the cards, to
and
tell the story, and to be able to, and we'll have a large variety of decks. All the different decks that I use here will be available, and we're going to sit down and we're going to do readings. There's going to be a little bit of talking, but then a lot of just sitting down and doing it, and I'll be walking around helping.
You'll be a hit at any party.
You will. And you'd be surprised the offers you'll get. Okay.
All right.
Hi, Liz.
Okay, well, let's do some readings, shall we?
Yes.
Let's start off with Emily.
Okay.
Happy birthday tomorrow, Emily. She was born March 30th, 79, in Bordentown, New Jersey.
All right. Well, that's my dog.
That was Bobby.
Saying hi to Emily. So this is for the energy of April. If you want to go further out with energy, it's not that wise because you can wear a gemstone amulet. You can wear, these are obsidian. So you can wear obsidian and you can change things. So you don't want to go too far out with reading, so we're just going to do April. So the first part of April for Emily is about action. So it's got the horses and it's about action. So she is going to find herself being really, really, really perky, really wanting to run around and do things. And she might even be a little annoying to her loved ones because they might want to be sitting back in a chair and reading or smelling the good, wonderful spring air. But she is going to want to go do things, get the garden in, do this, do that. So it's going to be a very active time. Then in the middle 10 days of April, it's the energy of patience. So that means that with all the action that she's created, she's going to have to sit back and be patient about the outcomes because not everybody is going to follow along. So she's going to learn a valuable lesson to just take a deep breath. And the next one, the last 10 days, is strategy. That would be an excellent time, excellent to go and do some financial planning, to go actually and plan the garden. You can strategize about education for the children. It's anything that you can make strategy about. And so that's going to be the last 10 days of April, Emily. Take care. Okay. Yay. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Emily. All right, next up we have Marcia.
Marcia.
She's a Virgo from Morris, Illinois.
Okay. You have the energy of the garden, which represents safety, and the gate, which represents the unknown. So it means you vacillate between wanting to give up on a plan and move back into the garden and going through the gate into the unknown. This energy makes it difficult to go out to dinner with you because they'll say, oh, let's go to so-and-so, and you'll go, I don't know, maybe not, maybe we should stay home. So when you're in this energy, it's best just to drink wonderful tea. You can get chamomile tea. You can get kava tea. Just make yourself calm. You know what? The world is the same on this side of the gate, and it's the same on the other side of the gate. It really doesn't make any difference. So the first 10 days of April, just take care of yourself, Marcia. Then there's the card of envy. It may be, and I'm often very much unaware of people being envious of me. I just don't notice. But sometimes it bites me that I don't notice. So this card isn't that you're envious of people. It's that there's that energy of envy. So your friends might be envious of you. So you want to be careful about that. And you want to be aware of it so that you can nip it kind of in the bud. It's not to kick them to the curb or anything. They just need to have the energy diffused. And speaking of diffused, it's like you can use essential oils, you can use flower essences, Bach rescue remedies, spray it all around you, and you'll get through that next 10 days. And then, this is wonderful, the last 10 days of April is rest and rejuvenation. So it's the time to do a meditative practice, to do those exercises you've been meaning to do, to practice a little yoga, to take care of yourself. It's a time when you shouldn't get out of bed really early, at 5 o'clock or something like that. You want to sleep in. You want to have a wonderful, delicious day of doing nothing, and take it easy the last 10 days of April. Okay, Marcia, honey, take care.
All righty. Thank you very much, Marcia. We appreciate it. Next up, we have Diane Lynn. She's a Virgo from Chicago.
Okay, Diane. Well, the first 10 days of April are a journey, and the journey is, everyone thinks you have to have a set point to go out on a journey, but I was talking with a wonderful client yesterday, and we were talking about the fact that no set point also works. So you can it's important to just get out of your house and start. So you see all the little signs, the different signs where you can go on your journey. Because once you start, you'll let the angels guide you. So Diane, Lynn, just put your feet on the path for the first 10 days of April, and you will be surprised what you're going to learn, because it's leading you in to the energy of blossoming and abundance. April is a good time here in the Midwest, especially because we get a lot of flowers. I looked up, my crocuses were blooming. Hi there, everyone. My crocuses were blooming. It's just absolutely beautiful. So that energy of abundance is going to fill the middle 10 days of April, and you're going to be really surprised and pleased how smooth everything goes. And then the last 10 days of April is the sun, and the sun means the same thing. No matter what kind of a deck you're using, if it's energy or not, it's that anything that you do will manifest just like that. So you'll be able to have manifestation mania, okay, the last 10 days of April. But I would spend some time, especially with blossoming abundance and things, making a plan. Hi there, everybody. Wow, look at this. Look at the hearts, Dave. I think those are for you.
Who knows?
More people coming in and giving you hearts. Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
Okay,
Keep talking.
So Diane Lynn, you're going to have, you want to be able to know what you're doing. Okay, that's really important, because then the angels and the fairies can give you information to move you towards what you want to do. Okay, take care.
All right, thanks. Hey, listen, the guys that are writing in now, let's see, we have Doug, we have Annie, let's see, Amy, another Amy H. Let's see, Katie.
I'm so glad
those
you're
guys. Well, but you guys need to give us your location. We have to triangle the things.
Yeah,
Location's important.
It's good if you tell us
got your name,
where you're located or where you were born.
We've got your name, either your birthday or your star sign, and your location.
Okay, so if you just write to Dave, then we'll get you into the show.
And
okay?
we'll get your readings done. Okay.
Okay, Dave. Who's next?
All righty. Who's next? That's a good question. Darn it.
Dave has birthday brain.
Dave's in retrograde.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Diane.
It's a long transit.
Okay, Karen.
Okay, Karen.
She's an Aries from Oklahoma. So am I.
Okay, Karen. This is really funny. Karen. Your card is one of attachment. it's usually thought of as the queen looking at the mirror and saying, mirror, mirror on the wall. She's attached to how beautiful she is, but you can be attached to having the cleanest house. You can be attached to being the best mother. You can be attached to worry. It's anything that you find that is always in your life, okay? So you want to try to become detached, move away from it. I just recently detached from my iPhone for a day, really, because I sit there and if I'm not answering calls or doing clients and stuff, I play games. And I was realizing how much I could accomplish if I didn't do that. So I detached from it. It was a really good feeling, except of course my farm is all dying. But it's, so you want to detach in the first 10 days of April. Then it's man holding a heart. So man holding a heart means that you're going to be recognized. It's that there's somebody who's going to let you know how much they love you. It might happen after the 15th, after Venus stops being retrograde, but just in the middle of April someplace, expect to feel loved. And then we have happy family. So once you feel loved, then your whole little happy family, and they're like prancing under a rainbow. I don't know if that's your family. It certainly wouldn't have been mine. But this family is prancing under a rainbow. So when your family is happy, when everybody's working in cohesiveness, okay, then time can fly and things can be wonderful. So that's what you're going to expect, Karen, at the end of April. Okay, take care.
All righty, there you go. Thank you very much. Yeah, when you said, I had to look over, I was looking away when you said a man holding his heart. I was picturing Fred Sanford.
I'm coming, Elizabeth, isn't that? Was it?
He's the big one, Elizabeth. Okay. Heidi's next, April 22nd, 1959, from Orlando, Florida.
Okay, Heidi. Energy is, it has a sliding scale. Basically, energy is just energy. But on the lower end of energy, it becomes thicker and harder to navigate. On the higher end, it's very, very light, and you feel like you're flying. All right, so I don't want to say there's bad and good. There's just light and heavier. So you have one of those cards. What does Teri say there? I can see that I'm not usually able to see what you're writing, so this is like very exciting for me.
She said, "I'm the coolest brother a girl can have."
There you have it. Okay. So Heidi, you have the energy of deceit, which is on the level of energies, it's like right there at the level just above murder or bad things happening. So this isn't you who's being deceitful. This is the energy of people lying around you. I would kind of suspect that it's the energy from work. So what you want to do when this is there is you want to, you can read a prayer from my book or any book. You want to up your energy as much as possible. You want to get it to be around, if you imagine energy from 0, this is like a 1. From 0 up to 10, you want to be about 5, right around in there. 5, 4, it's good. So you want to take deep breaths and raise your energy up. And when people are deceitful, don't be disappointed. Just look for the information there. It's interesting to think, like, what are they hiding? Why are they being that way? What's in their nature that they're doing that? So look at it academically rather than taking it personal. Then the next one is the magician. So I've been telling everybody that magic is alive and well, and it's coming into all of our lives because we are shifting ecologically. We're changing. We're metamorphosizing like a butterfly. So as more and more people have that metamorphosis, and that means that their first chakra is becoming their intuition chakra, it's becoming their 6th chakra. The 2nd chakra is going up and becoming oneness, and then the 3rd chakra is becoming magical. So this means that you're evolving, so you have your magic. You have a choice. You can smote duplicitous people, or you can rise above that and you can send them energy so that they can elevate themselves. And I recommend that. Okay, and then last is woman holding a coin. It means that there's somebody there who's going to offer you a job. The energy is of somebody noticing you and wanting to hire you. She might not look so lovely, okay, but what it is about making a decision. Do you want to make the decision for the coin, or do you want to make the decision for your heart? And that's going to happen at the end of April. Okay, Heidi, take care.
All right, thank you very much, Heidi. Also, It's Heidi's friend Phyllis.
Okay.
She was born October 22nd, 1949, also in Orlando.
Okay.
Lucky duckies in Orlando.
Well, the first, Phyllis, the first 10 days of the month, you have the Archangel Uriel, who's just a beautiful archangel, and her energy is of the 7th chakra of connection to God. So it means that you're going to be very etheric, very being able to rise up above all the fuss. The only problem is the people around you might redouble their efforts to get your attention because you're like up here. And so they might act very badly around you, but you just have to send them blessings and calming energy. I would actually recommend something like Rescue Remedies, spray it around your house so that when people come in, they're automatically calmed because they will want to get your attention. The next one, the next middle part of April is community. So you're going to be wanting to get out there and be part of your community. Talk with people, start doing new initiatives, go in and volunteer, lead for that matter. So community is going to go very strongly the middle of April. And at the end of April, you have a door, and the door is to romance. And romance is about loving something, someone, something. It's about having that wonderful enthusiasm. When you try a lot of different things, I don't know about how you are out there, but I've tried so many different things, and there's so many half done, 3/4 done, third done projects around my house that one of the things I've been doing is actually refalling in love with my different projects. So that's one of the things. When people see romance, they always think, it's going to be my significant other. I'm going to have such a good sex life. Okay, that's good. But the thing is that you can fall in love with things that you've previously been enthusiastic about and in love with. And that's how my books got published, because they were laying all around, and they represent literally thousands and thousands of man hours to compile them, and because they're all channeled, they have to be transcribed and then edited. It's a very arduous project, and yet we weren't getting them published. We weren't doing anything. So I woke up one morning and fell in love with my books, and then 3 weeks later they're published. There you go. So that's what you're going to do. Lots of good energy for things like that. So take care, Phyllis.
All right. Thank you very much, Phyllis, dear. We appreciate it so much. Kim's next. She's a Leo from Nevada, Missouri.
Okay, Kim. Oh, wow. You've got a good one. Okay. So, you have strength. Angel of strength. It's the first part of the month. You're going to be strong not only for yourself but for others. And the biggest strength is not having to put out a lot of energy, where you can literally embody strength. One of the things when you're in this kind of mode, some people use it to go out and rescue people, but many times they don't really need or want rescuing, so I'm just giving you a heads up. You can be strong by just being there for them. I'm here for you. Let me hear what you're thinking, what your soul is telling you. And then you just nod your head. You don't even have to give any information. You just, I hear you, sister, or I hear you, brother. That's strength, you see, because it doesn't take a lot to offer your opinion. That's not strong. So that's what you're going to be. You're going to be kind of the silent monk helper type of a person the first part of April. And then it changes. Then it changes into Archangel Gabriel. So Archangel Gabriel it's all about the throat. Usually about actually communication. So in your case, I do see a handwriting. So it's a time, if you're not a writer, to think about channeling. Think about sitting in front of the computer and just letting your fingers tap. Experiment with that. I think you'll be really surprised. So when Archangel Gabriel is with you, you can communicate like 100 times better than normal. So you'll be surprised if you just give it a chance. And then at the end, end of April is moon energy. And moon energy is allowing yourself to be creative, to dance naked under the moon. So invite me over. So it's to allow the energies of the sky to permeate you, to look up at the stars, and to allow yourself to dream. So you're going to have a really nice April. Okay, take care.
All right. Well, thanks, Kim. We appreciate you joining us and participating. All right. Next up is Jackie.
Okay, Jackie. Yay.
And What's a cusp baby?
It means that she's not one sign or another. She has aspects of both signs.
Well, she says she's Libra Scorpio.
Okay, so she's born right in the middle, right when Libra is changing into Scorpio.
Yeah, I think she's from Aurora.
So sometimes when that happens, you have qualities of both. Sometimes you're at war with each other. So cusp babies can be a little bit difficult to deal with because you don't really know exactly where they're coming from, nor do they.
I heard Jackie was kind of a pain.
But Jackie, you're going to, I happen to know this Jackie, so...
I'm just joking.
She's a natural healer. Many of us want to be healers, we take classes, we put our hands out. We want to help people who are going through hard times. But Jackie has something different. She has natural healing energy flowing through her. So at the beginning of April, she has Jesus. And the natural energy of healing, being able to reach out and heal people and situations and animals for that matter. So it's going to really be flowing strongly through you. Managing it is more of a struggle, trying to keep your feet on the ground and manage it, and also to allow the angels to bring to you the situation or the person or the animal that needs healing, rather than looking at the whole world and thinking, oh my God, I can't do this, because you can't. But you can wait for them to bring the one that needs it, because they know what being, what organization is going to move the story along in the best way. So your healing energy is going to be strong. Then many times healers aren't personally so happy. So the middle of the month is going to be your personal healing. So when you do this healing for the angels, they're going to return and they're going to do personal healing for you. So I think that's beautiful. It's the door to personal healing and happiness. And then the last one is the thinking man. So you may have had a bazillion questions about everything, okay? You may have many questions, but that energy of thinking, you don't want to let it tie you in knots. You want to let it free you. So all the questions that you have in the last 10 days of April, I would just write them down. And then you ask the angels to answer them one by one throughout the 10 days, rather than try to get all the answers at once or make bad decisions. So just be patient in the last week of April, Jackie. Take care.
All right. Thank you very much, Jackie. We appreciate it. All righty. Next up is Candace. August 29th, 1952, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay. Candace. This is really interesting because you have, this is wealth and abundance. It's Archangel Shemuel and the third chakra. And it means that literally the first week of April, anything you touch will turn to gold, kind of like King Midas. And just like King Midas, you want to be, so you receive a blessing, then I would give back to the community something. Receive a blessing, I would do a favor for a friend or do something, because Shemuel is about balance. So when you're in this, like a ray of light, like Flash Gordon with the ray, right? When you're in this ray of light where all these wonderful things are going to happen to you, you have to ask the angels to help you keep your head. And then each time something wonderful happens, you take a breath and you do a good deed. You don't necessarily, like if you win $10,000, don't give it away. But you can do something good for somebody else, and it'll be really appreciated, and it'll keep the energy rolling. The next one is connecting. So that if you are single, you're going to meet somebody. If you're not single, you're going to deepen your friendships, and you're going to have caring connections. These connections are going to be with people who have similar chakra energy to you. So you're not only caring for someone across the room, but they represent you. So it's how you love you. Does that make sense for everybody? Okay, so you're going to have a reflection of yourself, and those caring connections are going to make all the difference. And then the next one is Archangel Ariel. She's called Warrior of God. So in the last part of April, the energy for you is going to be manifesting things. If you don't like something, you're going to be able to change it. And that's really, really nice. But again, throughout the whole month with these kind of cards, you just want to breathe. And as the energy shift for you, it's going to be kind of subtle, so you won't notice it so much. But when Ariel comes in, woe be it to anybody who steps in your way, because she can be really forceful. So you have to try doing some deep breathing and not being too forceful. Okay, take care.
There you go, Candace. We appreciate it so much. All right, next up we have Jenice.
Okay.
She's a Capricorn from Yorkville, Illinois.
Okay, Jenice. Wow. So April brings you the cornucopia, and it doesn't get much better than that. It means that there's just abundance of riches that is going to come your way. It's anything you want to eat, anything you want to drink, any kind of friendships you want, any material goods you need, money, and nothing stops in the cornucopia. All you have to do is take a deep breath, envision what it is your heart is asking for, and then just put it out there, and that wish will be granted. Once again, like in any of these really good cards, be careful what you wish for. You want to try to be moderate, or even the angel just said, be careful what you wish for. Even if you're going to wish for others. So if you're wishing that a friend of yours gets healthy, you want to wish for the best possible energy for the best outcome for them. But don't pretend to know that you know what that outcome is. I once had a client who was dying, and it came to me in a dream. I knew how to cure him, and I called him up. I said, come to my center. I know how to cure you. I'm so excited, because he was such a wonderful guy. And he said, oh, listen, can we wait for a week before you cure me? And I was like, what? And he said, yeah, because my parents, who have been divorced, they're reconciling because of my trauma, and they're coming to visit me. They'll be together for the first time in 20 years. My ex-wife is coming to take care of me, and my children are coming home from college, and we're all going to be together, and it's the best time of my life. Please don't heal me. And he then subsequently died. And he never did ask, because he didn't need to be healed. He was receiving everything he never wanted. Isn't that complicated? But that's what this card is like. So be careful. Do the things for others, which you'll be able to do, but do them in a very kind of restrained and judicious manner. Next, you have Archangel. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Oh,
that's a strange story.
You have Archangel Michael. So you might want to take a screenshot here and just take this to bed with you. Because he's so cute. So Archangel Michael is there with you. He's there to protect you and uplift you, and it's to have that feeling of security that you're being looked after. It's really nice. And then the last one is Archangel Raphael, and he's going to be there. He has a great healing energy. So the whole month is going to be very heady. When you have 2 archangels in 1 month, plus the cornucopia card, you're going to have a very big month. And so the best thing for you to do is be sure you take care of yourself. Be sure you drink plenty of water. Be sure you breathe. You remember to breathe. Be sure you get enough sleep, so that when you come into May, you're not wasted. All right, take care.
All right, there you go, Jenice. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And let's see, who's next? We have, oh, look, it's our old buddy Pat. It's Pat from Highland, California.
Wow.
Who shares a birthday with me. Happy birthday, Pat.
Happy birthday, Pat.
Pat, are you there? Let me
Hearts
know that,
for you.
Let me know that you're there. Give me some signals.
Okay.
Give me some of those wows.
But there's a time delay, so I'm going to get on with the reading, and if Pat's there, he can do some of the wows.
Okay. Anyway.
All right.
All right. He's an Aries, by the way.
I know. So are we all. Did you know every single person in our house is an Aries?
Really?
Yeah.
There he goes. Hi, Pat.
Hey, Pat. Okay. Yeah, we have an Aries household. It's kind of scary sometimes. All right. So Pat, you have Archangel Metatron, and what do I say about Metatron? I guess I can say I know him personally, because when I channel, every once in a while Metatron will come through. And when I was first channeling, when Metatron would come, my nose would bleed, my eyes would bleed, my ears would bleed. His energy is so powerful and fine that it actually disrupts your cellular structure a little bit. So Archangel Metatron makes things happen. So get this last few days of March, get your wishes together, and then allow yourself to appeal to Metatron in the beginning of April, because he will make things happen very quickly for you and very powerfully. And then the next 2 cards, they're together. They're hearts and coins. So the last part of April for you is going to be an abundance or a monetary boost that you've been looking for, and also a feeling of being appreciated and loved. And when they're together like this, it's actually rare that they come together. When they're together like this, you feel almost invincible and buoyed up. I'm not surprised that they came right after Metatron, because Metatron is giving you your power, telling you to stand in your power, to breathe deeply, to step forward with the things that you want to do, and that you're going to be well supported and well loved when you do them. So take care, and happy birthday.
All righty. Thank you very much. And happy birthday there, bro. My birthday buddy. My birthday. We share a birthday. All right. Next up we have Annie.
Okay.
She's an Aquarius.
Hi, Annie.
Let's see. She's currently in Hull, Massachusetts.
Okay, Annie. This is interesting that this card came up for you. It's called the card Energy of Adjacent Possibilities. So what it means is that there's many different paths that you can take. It's simultaneous possibilities, and to tell you the truth, it's telling you don't necessarily have to pick. You can pick up one possibility and give it a try, and then you can lay it back down again and pick up another possibility and give it a try. So please don't think that you have to make a decision that you don't want to make. You can pick up and try the energy of that decision, then lay it back down and try the energy of another decision. It's a very interesting and complicated card, but it does mean that you're magical and that you can try on for size different ideas. And then the next card is your storm warning. It's the big tornado coming. But what it means is, depending on the path you choose, there's going to be upheaval, like was with the Wizard of Oz when the tornado came, and then poof, everything became technicolor, and Dorothy had her whole life changed, and she saw things in a different way. So that's going to be coming the second 10 days of April. And then the last one is the thinking woman. The thinking woman is able to see which one of the paths that you look at after the storm clears, is able to see very clearly and then move into that energy right away. You won't even have to really worry about it. She'll guide you. So you're going to have a really interesting and busy April. Okay, take care, Annie.
All right. Thank you, Annie. We appreciate it.
Oh, Annie, wait a minute. I have to say that the thinking woman is also your mom, because they just said, so just to know that she's there with you and she's going to help you resolve all the issues. Okay.
All right. There you go. All right, next up we have Dan. He's a Scorpio, currently living in Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Okay, Dan, you're going to have an interesting month.
And Dan and Pat, thank you for the card, guys. Appreciate it.
It's so interesting to get snail mail. Wasn't that just so much fun?
Yes.
You should have seen Dave's face when he opened up the letter. It was really cool. Okay, so Dan, in the beginning of April, the first 10 days, you're going to have to deal with the spiritual practice you've been putting into motion, okay? All spiritual practices lead to your pain. It's unfair that happens, but they do. So say, for instance, if you've been meditating, you're so proud of yourself, you've been meditating for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, and then all of a sudden you sit down to meditate, and you have a very clear vision of a time you were very embarrassed, or you were hurt, or somebody broke up with you, or there was an emotional thorn that just pops up, and you think, oh my God, I never want to meditate again. The reason is that it just like tires in a landfill, okay? And they will, tires, because actually from a scientific point of view, landfills float. So they're like a big sea, a little bit hard. When we see it, we don't think about it that way, but rubber and things like that float to the top, and then if you're sitting in a landfill, they can shoot up in the air 20 feet. So that's the same thing with you, Dan. The first 10 days, these things are going to come up, this broken-hearted energy, but then it's going to go away because it's not real. See, that's the real key. The feelings are real, but the energy that caused it is long gone. Jeez. So what you want to do is you want to let the feelings come up and then poof, send them away, and they won't come back again. It's not, so you're not suppressing them; they won't come back. And then what's going to happen is the next card is the all tied up card. It means that one by one, the threads that have bound you to the past will be cut. So the first 20 days of April, just allow yourself to be introspective, to allow those feelings to come up, cut the cords, because the last 10 days, victory. you will have an amazing victory, and that victory for you is a happy life. Everything will be gone. You will feel lighter than air. You'll know what you want to do. People will begin listening to you. I think you're going to move into quite an alternative path, even though your mind might say, keep the day job, But I haven't kept a day job in like 30 years. So you don't worry. It's going to be fine. Okay, take care, Dan.
All right. Thanks a lot there, Dan. Appreciate it. Thanks again for you and your brother for that great card. Appreciate it. All right, next up we have Molly. She's a Taurus living in Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh, real quick, Amy, just before we get going. Sina asked that you please share the name of the deck. She's really digging the deck.
Oh, it's a wonderful deck, actually. It's called Energy Oracle Cards. Energy Oracle Cards, and it's by Sandra Ann Taylor. And they're $16. You can get them on Amazon. If not on Amazon, on Overstock, because Overstock is now carrying cards from around the world. So Energy Oracle deck. It's beautiful. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So, who do we have now? Molly.
Molly.
Okay. The Temple Path. I don't know if you've ever been in a temple, Molly. You might want to save your pennies and go to the island of Malta and walk into the temple of the goddess to actually be in that energy. I'm so grateful that I got to stand in many of the temples around the world and feel the energy of the people who were there, because this is Temple Path. It means being able to humble yourself and stand in the energy of that temple and feel the energy of the divine flowing through you. It's turning your back temporarily on worldly concerns and worldly goods. You had written me once about opening the door for your dog early in the morning and being able to see the mountains. The mountains can be your temple. So you might want to go every day and spend a little time, throw on a robe and sit outside in a chair while the dog runs around, and just imagine yourself in this beautiful temple in the high mountains. In the temple, you learn things. So the first 10 days of April, you're going to learn things, and you also receive powerful gifts. The next one is the card of the world, and the world says, Molly, once you've been in the temple, the world, worldly things don't really mean anything, and when worldly things don't mean anything, you conquer the world, because how do they get you if you don't care? They can't. So it means that you're going to be so purged of worldly instincts that you're going to become like Supergirl. Very, very, very powerful. So just let that power surge through you. You can try little things, make a stone move or something. Little things. Use your power in little ways. But if you do have something that needs righteousness or people who need help, go help them, because you'll be able to really help them well. And then lastly, the two paths like that, the world and the temple, you might think it's the card of indecision. You might think you have to make a decision. Can I still be in the world, or do I have to go live in the crystal cave with Superman? The truth is that you can have it all. That's the truth, because you're magical and you can do whatever you want. So don't hesitate to move forward, although you can move forward with small kind of steps, because you can always turn back. So I just want you to know that. So you're going to be very powerful, very meditative, very, very etherical, and then come back to earth. But don't worry, you can have it all. Okay, take care, Molly.
All right, thank you, Molly. We appreciate it. And next up we have Teri.
Okay.
She's, let's see, July 25th, 1959, and Mantina, Illinois.
Okay, Teri, I would everybody send some blessings to Teri. I know she has been a little ill lately. This is a time when, I don't know if all of you have had it, but many of you have had some gastric distress. If your appendix is going to go, or if your gallbladder is bad, or if your liver is acting up, it's going to happen. When Venus is retrograde, all these things come up, because it's about bile, right? It's about all your anger and sadness and all this kind of stuff. So it just comes out, and it can manifest itself as illness. Teri is yin and yang. It's like seeing both sides of the story. Another aspect of Venus retrograde is that you tend to want to advise somebody, and then suddenly, for me, it would be somebody complaining about their spouse, and I go to say something about that, like, oh yeah, he really is wrong, and I think, I see his side. You're not acting very well. That's what yin and yang does. So Teri, you're going to be able to see both sides of the story, and then you have to control your nature, which is its hostility. You have to. Sometimes in our spiritual growth, we have times when we're just plain old angry at everybody. So if you can quench your anger, quell it, make it go away, take deep breaths, do something positive. Everybody has this in one phase of their life or another. Down when I used to go to Brazil a lot, we used to take big boards and hit the ground with them. And when you take a really big board and you hit the ground with it, it vibrates up and you don't expect it, because I was kind of an idiot. You can pound your feet, you can throw rocks, you can do all kinds of things to get the energy out of you. So that's what middle of April is going to be. But then you turn your back and you walk away. You walk away from the things that were causing strife, and you go, I'm not going to play anymore, and you walk out that gate. So that's really beautiful. So you're going to have a little bit tumultuous, but a very great April, Teri. Take care.
All right. Thank you, Teri. We appreciate it. Maggie, you're next. She's a Gemini out of Oswego.
Okay, Maggie. Oh, nice. Okay. Right now, Maggie, you're evaluating your contracts. So in this energy, people go and they'll look at their insurance policies to see if they're getting cheap enough insurance. Because normally, don't you just go with, whoever signed you up, you just go with the same agent, you pay the bill, you don't look around to see if you've got cheaper contracts. So this is about evaluating your contracts. It could be about relationship contracts. What is it that I want out of life? What do I want to do? What do I need for the next 6 months? But it's evaluation. Then, in the middle of the month, you might suffer some anxiety. That's because when you evaluate, you may feel bad that you made not such good choices before, or you wonder, like, what was I doing? Did I lose my mind or something? But you mustn't let that get to you, because every decision we make, every way we go, it's a learning experience, right? So please don't worry about it. So you're going to have that anxiety. It's going to take deep breathing, drinking kava tea, and just be nice to yourself in the middle of April, and then, voila, the door to spirit comes. Isn't that beautiful? So you will graduate. You'll graduate from the ties to the earth, and you're not going to be so worried or concerned anymore about things that are not spiritual, because you're going to recognize that really and truly all of this is just an illusion, that the truth is in spirit. So you're going to have a very interesting April, Maggie. Give me a call. Okay, bye-bye.
All righty. You go, Maggie. Who's next? Patricia's next. She's a Virgo from Ontario, Canada.
Okay, Patricia. Okay, let's see. Where are you? All right. So, Patricia, this is interesting because do you know that commercial Ebates, where the lady says, I received, I got back $560 or something, and Dave was pointing out that she had to have spent like $50,000 or something to
Well,
get...
it's only 6%.
I know, and so just imagine how much she spent. So you in April are going to become very, 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 very value conscious. I myself have been value conscious the past couple months, and it's absolutely amazing to me how frivolous I was with my money. I don't beat myself up for having spent money, because I was going to spend it anyway. But I didn't take the time to look for better deals. Now Dave works part-time at a store, so he's always telling me, Amy, don't pay $3 for yogurt. Amy, it's only 50 cents here. Be careful. And, to tell you the truth, those 50 cents add up, right? So the door to value means the first part of April is going to be fun for you. you should probably sign up for Ebates and watch that money collect as you make good bargains and good purchases so you can list it. I notice now, because I'm on a grocery delivery service called Peapod, so I go up, I look to buy it, and then I look what it's selling for at another store, and I look for it selling for at another store. So I have a lot of fun rather than just walking up and down the aisles throwing things in the cart. You waste money that way. So you're going to be value conscious. Then you're going to have a deep appreciation for life itself and the energies around you. So you're going to be very, almost like Zen-like and very happy. I can see you with a smile on your face. And then you're going to bump into the thinking man. So there'll be an opportunity for you to take what you've learned in the earlier part of the month and maybe share it with others. You know that there's people who have couponing blogs and things that really make a lot of money. So this energy is one of productivity and moving forward. So something is going to happen that's going to be very exciting. Okay, take care. All right.
All right, Patricia, thank you. Keith, you're next. Aries from Chicago.
Okay. Let me just look here. Whoops. Here, Dave, would you look here? Oh, never mind. I think I'm watching my phone flash, and so all of these messages, but I think that doesn't have to do with the show, so that's good. Okay, so who's now from Chicago?
Keith.
Okay. Okay, Keith. Right now, it looks like you're fighting some battles. Sometimes, this is a funny thing. It comes to mind of watching a man that I met in Brazil. He was very, very sick, and he had a curse. He was a Tai Chi master, and there's Tai Chi wars, which, I mean, we all think, you know, Tai Chi, energy ball, how lovely that is. But we don't understand that actual Tai Chi is highly competitive between the masters. Competitive all the way to the point of war, you know, between the different factions. So in that case, the energy that was running through him was the energy of this curse. And interestingly, every time he went to a hospital, and I was part of taking him to many different hospitals, each hospital had a different diagnosis. They would run the same tests, and all the tests would be different, and there'd be a different diagnosis. And so I think there was like, we actually have paperwork for 7 different ones, all right? That's how curse energy works. So in your case, the strongest, most resilient thing against something like that is not to fight. So if there are hostilities around you, you literally want to wave your hand and create a bubble of energy around yourself so that anybody who's hostile towards you has that energy just bump off them, go back to them. It takes great personal power and concentration to do that. But because you're very strong, you can fight back in that very different way, and it'll really change everything. And then you have the walking away card. So Keith, you go out of the fight and walk through the gate and just walk away, because their energy is not your energy. You don't have to play. And then lastly, when you do that, you're going to conquer the world. You have the world card. These cards are so beautiful, but in this case, you're actually on another planet looking at the world. So you actually can move between the worlds, which is very, 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 very fun. Okay, take care, Keith.
All right, there you go, Keith. Thank you much. Mary Leo in Beloit, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Or Beloit. I like Beloit.
I actually thought it was Beloit. He's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mary, the beginning of April is going to be a time of spirit for you. I think probably normally as the earth is waking up, you have a tremendous connection to the earth. So this is earth energy coming up and then uniting you with spirit. So it's a little bit different than journeying or doing anything like this. This is this almost standing between heaven and earth. You have to be, it would be good for you to do some Qigong or Tai Chi or something and balance your energies. Because otherwise it can settle in a joint and can hurt your arms or your in your case, your fingers. So you want to be able to move, like stretch your fingers backwards and then stretch them forwards like this, and just get that chi running. Or you can do the tap where you tap your two fingers together. That will be very good for the beginning of April, but expect that the angels will be talking to you. You'll be getting messages, lots of exciting things happening in the beginning. Then you have abundance. Archangel Shamuel again. He always represents the third chakra. It's like money coming from someplace you didn't expect, being able to actuate dreams, getting a grant, starting a GoFundMe thing, and just having the energy to put your dreams into motion. And then the last is having the caring connections. So do not turn away people who want to help you on your journey the last part of April. It may be that you've always stood by yourself or just with one or two loved ones, but there are people who unabashedly care and just want to help. So you take care, Mary.
All right, thank you, Mary. We have another Mary.
Mary and Mary.
This is another Mary, spelt differently.
Okay.
She's a Gemini from Serena, Ontario, Canada.
Hello, Mary. All right. You have the Who Am I card. It's Archangel Ariel. It's awakening to the power of who you are. So the first part of April for you, that energy in the first part, is going to be good for, take a class, go online. There's so many. The nice thing about the internet is there's lots and lots of wonderful classes you can take for free. So take a class, enrich yourself. Allow yourself to know who am I, and then ask Ariel to help you with that. And then you come into the Jesus card, the Healer of the Ages card. So the healing energy is just going to pour through you. And interestingly, the healing card for the last part of the month is Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. So while you're going to be healing others in the middle of the month, your own healing will begin, the groundwork will lie for your own healing. So it's going to be one pretty wonderful, transformative month, and then it's going to get you ready for a really fantastic May. Okay, take care, Mary.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Mary. Joanne's next, February 15th, 1953, in Wyandotte, I believe, Michigan.
Okay, Wyandotte.
Wyandotte?
Wyandotte.
D-O-T-T-E is spelled dote?
Yeah.
Wyandotte, Michigan.
Okay. Indecision. Recently, I have been indecisive about something. I was offered an opportunity to do one of the reverse mortgage things, which would actually, on the surface, solve all my problems, right? But for some reason, I couldn't sign and send in the last part of the paperwork. It was bad. And I was supposed to close like the end of December. Here it is, the end of March. So they haven't been too happy with me. I would look at the numbers again and again and again. And then finally I looked at them and I saw what I didn't see before. And that was the tremendous cost I would have been paying for what they kept telling me was like free money, use your equity. And so my brain snapped in and I actually saw it in the numbers, which was really something. So what I'm trying to say is indecision isn't bad. It can be your friend. But you have to not beat yourself up about it. I was like really mad at myself that I couldn't do it. But then when I finally sat down and I got somebody and I asked for their help and they pointed out what was happening, I could actually see what was happening, where before my subconscious saw it, but my consciousness didn't. So use your indecision as a time to make better decisions. And then in the middle, you're going to be on that temple path. So in your case, I see this procession of people going up the path. So it might be a time to take a journey or to go into some kind of a sacred place. In Michigan, actually there's a portal in the Upper Peninsula, a dimensional portal. And if you want, you can contact me. I can tell you roughly where it is. So you might want to take a journey and go find something amazing. And then in the end, there's going to be victory. You're going to find what you were looking for. Everything will become clear, and you're going to have had an adventure in the meantime. Okay, take care.
All right, there you go, Joanne. Thank you so much. Deborah's up next. She's a Scorpio from Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay.
Did I say Scorpio?
Yes, Scorpio.
Scorpio. There you go.
It's his birthday. Okay, storm warning. So it just says, well, we live in Tornado Alley, right? So when the sirens go off, we go downstairs, and I actually have a tornado closet that's all concrete that you can go in so you don't get hit in the head by flying debris. But that's because we live in Tornado Alley. So the big thing about storms is to listen for the sirens and to get the hell out of the way. So the first 10 days of April doesn't mean there will be a storm, but it means that you have to up your awareness to be sure that you're going to be safe. In your case, you might look at possible financial storms. So you might want to have some cash on hand instead of having it all in the bank or somewhere else. You might want to just be sure that you are personally, physically safe. That's the first 10 days of April. Then it changes, it shifts, and you go into the thinking woman mode, which always, it's like the Watson card. So the person who's next to Sherlock Holmes, who kind of keeps the energy balanced, who's smart, that's what you're going to move into, that energy of smartness. Being able to say, okay, it was stormy, we survived, now here's what we do. So you'll lead yourself and your family forward. And then it's the realization that decisions, you know, do you ever have regrets? I actually wanted to be a lawyer, believe it or not. I liked the idea of justice and the law and being able to nitpick about it and do that. I was really drawn to it. My father said no. At that time, you know, women, they were teachers. So he said, it's okay to go to college, but be a teacher, because then after you have your babies, you can go back to work and it'll be okay. A lawyer will be wasting our money. The funny thing is, I've often regretted that, but just recently I realized that I don't really have a head for paperwork. I'd make a crappy lawyer. So these are, you can pick up and try on different things, various possibilities. No possibility is really wrong. If I had gone to law school, sooner or later I would have found out I'd make a crappy lawyer, right? So don't worry about it. I would just get a journal and list all the possibilities and make that decision, which possibility to try next month in May. Okay, take care.
All right, there you go, Deborah. We appreciate it. Judy, how about Judy? She was born April 8th, 1962, Weehawken, New Jersey.
Okay, Judy. Oh, Judy. How nice. You know, this is really interesting. She has to get together with Dan, because she has exactly the same cards. It's interesting.
How interesting.
Archangel Metatron. And you can see Metatron has it's not a blotch on the card. He has the little circle in the middle of his head. It means that he is the doorway between our lives and the infinite world. That he is connected to God. He stands on the right hand of the divine. So Metatron is going to come into your life and create great power for you. Interestingly enough, he also attracts to you other people that he's working with. So he has it's called the cadre of souls. And so that cadre of souls all tend to work together. So you're going to not only have him, but you're going to have lots and lots of power. Then you have the heart and the money coming in together, the man holding the coin and the woman holding the heart, so that you're going to be open to the riches of love. Does that make sense? So you're not going to be afraid of it. You're going to think that any kind of love enriches me. And it's so funny because the angel just said, even the love of a dog, like our Bobby, who's here, who was our rescue, and he is a joy to our hearts. There's just no doubt about it. We even fight about him. Like, it's my turn to be with the dog, you know. So it's going to be that. So you're going to have love that causes you to have an enriched heart. So take care.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much, Judy. All right, Keith, you're next. September 27th.
You have two Keiths.
What?
Is that the same Keith?
Where? What?
You had a Keith?
Yeah. No.
No, there's not two Keiths.
No.
You picked it up twice.
Do what?
Excuse us a second.
What now?
You
what?
picked up Keith twice.
No, there was a Keith earlier. It's a different Keith.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's a different Keith.
Okay.
That Keith was an Aries, Annie. This Keith is a Libra.
Okay.
And he's from Beloit, Wisconsin.
That Keith. Sometimes, when you're all emailing us and sending us stuff from different places, we get it screwed up, so I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sorry you got screwed up, Amy.
So Keith from Beloit. Okay, Keith, you have your first chakra. You have Archangel Michael defending you. So you may feel defensive about your home, defensive about your family. You may want to rush to help extended family members. You may feel like the warrior of the family the first part of the month. Archangel Michael is very, very powerful. And when he comes in, he's like the super straightener upper. He wants the person who he's manifesting through to straighten everything up, get everything oiled and ready to go. Because the next thing is, once you've gotten it all straightened up, then the energy of healing can flow through. So the middle of April is the energy of healing. So once you beat everybody into submission, then you can reach out and heal them. So in that case, you have Archangel Raphael. He is really wonderful. And they work very well together, because sometimes you have to war and then you have to take a break, go on R&R. And then in the end, the last part of April, you have the cornucopia, which is really, really nice. Because once you've done the warring and the healing, then you can have anything you want. So there you go, Keith from Beloit. Take care.
All right. Thank you, Keith. We appreciate it. And, okay, next up we have Sheila. She's a Gemini from Burlington, Wisconsin.
Okay, Sheila. Sheila of Two Minds.
Yeah, it's so amazing. She was going as Sheila, and she was actually next.
Yeah. Hey, Sheila, you were next. How about that?
You're a psychic.
Yeah, no kidding. Sheila, you have two minds about everything. Because you can see the yin and the yang, the lighter energy and the darker energy. You have a eerie ability to weigh things. You should probably be in the legal system or justice, some kind of justice, to be able to hear people's stories and discern what is what, because you really have that ability to do that. You have that kind of almost like a legal mind. So that's going to be very prevalent in the first 10 days of April, and then you're going to go on a journey. You are actually going to leave. You're going to go outside of the fence. I think maybe on your journey, so it could be as mundane as a vacation to go see your kids or something you have planned, right? But on that journey, you're going to learn to see the different signs. That's what the signs are about. It's telling you, you're going to learn to look at the oracles and the omens, and you're going to see the different ways that people think. This is really powerful for learning magic. Everyone has to go through that time when they have to step back and kind of be the observer of what's happening. And then in the end, you're going to be able to get rid of the things that financially constrain you, so that what you've learned is going to fill the safe back up with gold, so that you're not going to have the constraints you worry about right now. Okay, Sheila, take care.
All right, Sheila. Amazing timing, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Zertasia from London, England. She's a Taurus.
Okay, you start out, Zertasia, with the Angel of Balance. So when you're looking at decision making, or how to think, what to do, what to bring into your life, what not to bring into your life, should you leave your flat, should you stay home, what should you do? This Angel of Balance will help you not skew your decisions towards a dysfunction, but to be balanced. To go out a couple times a week is balanced. To go out 7 days a week is not. To stay in 7 days and never go out is not balanced. So she's going to bring that balance and that knowing, this is what I want to do. Oftentimes people show up at my classes and they'll go, I don't know why I'm here, but I walked out of my house and I'm here. So that's the kind of energy she brings to you. So just pay attention. Then, this is very interesting, you're going to enter into a contract. And I know from previous readings, you talked about getting a promotion in your job or having things change in your job. There's going to be a new contract in the middle of April, but it's going to be a very balanced and good contract. So I wouldn't worry about it. It might not lead you to the heaven on earth you're looking for, but it will certainly be better than what the present is, because at the end of the month you have the Angel of Strength. So the new contract activates this strength inside of you, so you're able to move forward and embrace joy. Take care, Zertasia.
All righty. Thank you. all the way from London.
All the way.
All right. Lori, she's a Libra from Naperville, Illinois.
Okay, Lori, you have the ability to speak out now. It's the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. It's about writing or channeling or being able to say beautiful things that change the energy for people. That's the first part of April. So I would be open to any kind of communication tools that first part. So if you're going to sit down and just type, or you want to jot in your journal, or you want to sing, anything like that is going to be perfect for that first part of April, because it's going to open up the goddess moon for you. So that means any things that you're holding inside of you that might be hurting you, fears or dislikes for things that have happened in the past, the moon washes them away. So you're going to be clean. So you're opening up the door with your communications, and then the healing energy runs in and cleans you. It's called the running of the energy, so the running of the healing energy. And then lastly, oh, this is so beautiful, the community. So it's like the community of goddesses. Maybe you're going to come to a class. So it's so nice that you're going to finally have the friends and the love and the respect around you that you've always desired. Take care, Lori.
All right. Thank you, Lori. We appreciate it. Next up, we have Deborah. She's September 21st, 1954, from Lincoln, California.
Okay, Deborah. It's the angel of love, who I think does really look like me. See, Dave?
Okay.
It wasn't Dave's birthday reading. Okay, so you have the angel of love. So the first 10 days are going to be about experiencing love. And with Mercury in retrograde, the biggest thing is, and not Mercury, Venus in retrograde, the biggest thing is learning how to love yourself, finding something about you that you love. Maybe you like your hair, maybe you like the way your lips are, maybe you like your voice. Find one little thing that you love. Maybe you've got a new pair of shoes and it looks so cute on you, and you want to just embrace that and let it flow through you. Because the more you love yourself, then the more the angel of love can enhance that love. Okay, and then it's all tied up. So it says that as you love, then the things that bind you will just snip, 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 and you're going to be let loose. So you're not going to be all tied up again. Sometimes family is responsible for tying you up, but you're responsible for staying tied up, okay? So you're going to loosen those bonds, and then poof, the life you've been yearning for, that happy family life, that harmonious life, going to be yours the end of April. Okay, take care.
All right, there you go, Deborah. Thank you very much. All right, Sharon from Aurora. I think she was born in 1970.
Okay, Sharon.
I think.
Well, that's okay. I know Sharon. So when I know you, then I feel your energy. It doesn't really make a difference. So here, Sharon has to give up her attachment to wanting things to be the way she wants them to be. Sometimes you've got to look at things and you've got to say, hey, it's time to move on. And that can be, it's time to change your location, it's time to lose weight, it's time to grow your hair out or cut it. Or, I mean, moving on, it doesn't mean leaving everything, all of the things that you believe in behind. Moving on actually means letting your spirit soar past the current obstacles. So that's what this card is in the first 10 days. Then the next 10 days of April is abundance. It's once you've moved on, you can move into the sunshine. You can step through that door. You can go through the gate. And then everything is going to be really wonderful. And then at the end of April, even more wonderful. The sun. So the big key here is move on. Let go. Okay, take care.
All right, there's Sharon.
All right.
Ute is a Scorpio from Lockport, Illinois.
Okay, Ute. I think I had Ute up here.
I've got it right here, Amy. Do the reading.
Okay. Okay, Ute. You have a connection to the divine. So if I've already read you, that's okay? You're going to get 2.
No, you didn't read her tonight.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. This is what happens when I type out half and Dave does half. So I start questioning him right away. Okay, so you have Archangel, the 7th chakra, which is Archangel Uriel. And actually, that's the blossoming of the divine energy flowing through you. It sounds big, and it is big. And it means, so if you say you were asking to utilize your talents, singing, readings, whatever, when you connect to the divine and it shoots through you, it's so powerful and wonderful. It takes your breath away. So the first 10 days of April are going to be that incredible realization that you can actually utilize your power. Then you want to be very careful. So this doesn't mean that it's going to hurt you, but the energy of deceit is there. So it means that it's like you're when you go through that power stage, you're a newborn baby, and there's people out there that try to take advantage of newborn babies. It's sort of like a woman walking in with her checkbook to a car dealership. Just imagine that. All the guys go, whoa, look at that, she's got her checkbook. And we're just going to say, ask her $5,000 more for the car. So your wonderful divine energy is going to show you as a newborn baby. So watch out for people taking advantage of you. And it's a good learning experience, not to be taken advantage of, but to be able to move through the maze, okay? And then the last one is you're going to become magical. So it's the magician and the mirror, being able to change how things look to yourself and to others. That's a very powerful card we take. Take care.
All right, thanks, Ute. All right, next up we have Doug. He was born June 4th, 1970 from parts unknown.
Okay. Doug. Well, this is very interesting because you have a feminine, budgetary energy. That's the first part, okay, of the month. It means counting your pennies, being able to hold on to money, playing a game, so to speak, which is why Ebates is so popular, because people play a game to make this extra money. So it's playing a game with money, being able to realize what money can do and the power of being able to manipulate it. So it can even be the angel saying penny stocks. So be careful of that if you are doing that, but it'll be successful for you. Then the next part is the masculine energy of love. The other people had the opposite, where the man was holding the coin and the woman had the heart. But this one is where the man has the heart. So it's the idea of the man cave. It's the idea of wanting that boat. It's the passion that you might have for a particular thing that will make your life. And the money, it's going to be there because the feminine side of you is going to make the money happen. And then the door to value. So you're going to be able to pick the best possible thing you're going to do to make you feel good, and you're going to get the best price. So I'm seeing like a Corvette or something, Tesla. It's going to work for you. You're going to be able to find the resources to do whatever you want. Okay, take care.
All right, thank you, Doug.
Lamborghini.
All right, we have another person from parts unknown, Annie, October 24th, 1965.
Okay, Annie. Appreciation. So the first part of April, usually we think that people appreciate you because they say thank you. They're so excited about it, and they want you to be grateful to them. But this is self-appreciation, to be able to look at yourself and you'd say, you know what, Annie, you did a good job. You've done a good job for everything that you have and everything that you've done in your life. Congrats. So that's going to be the first 10 days. Then the next 10 days is actually male energy coming in. Now it might be, the thinking man is usually the engineer, the lawyer, the doctor, somebody who has that, puts his money on his wits. Okay, so somebody is going to come in like that, but be careful because the last part of the month is the broken heart. So you want to know what you want from someone, and when you know that, then you'll avoid the broken-hearted energy, because if you do have that kind of energy, it doesn't have to manifest that way. As a matter of fact, it can be the opposite, where you're going to break some guy's heart because you're going to say, hey, you're not for me, and that gives you power, woman. Okay, take care. Yeah.
All righty, thank you, Annie. Next up, we have Elizabeth.
Okay, Elizabeth.
She was born August 17th, 19 89 in Toluca, Illinois.
Okay. Elizabeth, you're coming in the first part of April with the possibility of either you being envious of someone or somebody being envious of you. I think the biggest envy we have is for that younger us who had such a good time, who didn't know that they were having such a good time. Like I was thinking back, one of our friends is turning 30 or just turned 30, and she was going on and on about it, and I realized that I would give anything to be 30, because that was some of the best years of my life. 30 was a really great time. So I was envious of the past me. So it couldn't be that you're looking back on your life and you're envious of the past you. Cut it out. Then the next part, the middle of April, is rest and rejuvenation. So once you do get that out of you and you say, hey, I'm happy where I am right now. This is where I am, and I am really thrilled, and anything it took to get me here is well worth it. So there you have it. Then you just get yourself into that meditation, you just smile, you just breathe, and you uplift yourself. And what it comes is, you can now open the garden gate. You're going to walk out of the garden and have some adventures. Okay, Elizabeth, take care.
All right, thank you, Liz. We appreciate it. Okay, Christine from Parts Unknown, September 27th, 1955.
Okay, Christine, you have the card of patience, the angel of patience. So the first part of April, you will have the ability to be much more patient than you've been in the past, but you also might have things that could make you impatient come in, okay? So you want to be sure that that patience, that you breathe it in and you breathe it out, and you try to keep patience with you, even though there's trials ahead. So be patient. Okay, the next one is for your future. You will have, in the middle of April, you will have to be able to develop a good strategy. One of the things after having done readings for a bazillion years now, make a strategy that's 3 years out. When you make a strategy for this month, that's good, that's taking care of the immediate, but to manifest, you want to look about 3 years out and start making a list of things where you want to be 3 years from now. That where you want to be 3 years from now is really, really important. So just sit down and make that list and then put it into action. So you have the beautiful running horses and the power to put it into action. So every time, little bits, you're going to put all that stuff into action. It's going to be really wonderful. Okay.
All right, thank you, Christine. Want to remind everybody, next week, Ari Garcia is going to be our very first in-studio guest on the live show, on the Facebook live show, and it'll be Law of Attraction. Ari's going to be doing Voyager and Angel card readings, and Amy's going to be doing a Law of Attraction readings.
So actually, Ari and I have done dual readings many times in the past, and so we want to bring that energy to you so you can see how two different people do it. And so I'm going to be doing Law of Attraction, and she's going to pull one angel card to add to it, or one Voyager card to add to it. So you're going to get like a blending of energies, which flows from our energies. So it's going to be a very, very exciting time, and I want you to know that we expect that we're going to just get bombarded with requests, because when the two of us are together, it's amazing. So please, I'll post it up as soon as possible on the page. Put your name and your details on the page right away so that we'll be sure to get to you. Okay.
All right, Michael's next. November 1st, 1973, so he's a whatever.
Okay. Okay. Anxiety. So the first 10 days of April, you may not like the way you're feeling. It's almost like you're second guessing all of your decisions. Again, with Venus in retrograde, that's not even unlikely. But what you want to do when you're having that is you want to take care of yourself, really. Kava, K-A-V-A, Kava, and I don't like Kava pills so much, but you can get Kava tea. Kava tea is absolutely wonderful for helping you navigate anxiety. And the thing about anxiety is you can't think your way out of it because thinking makes it worse. So you want to do physical things. You might want to do, there's a wonderful EFT, so it's emotional freedom technique. So you do EFT charts on the internet, and you can pull up all kinds of wonderful free EFT material, and that's where you tap. So you can tap your wrists together, and that helps the anxiety. So just get through the 10 days because, there's the door to romance. Your whole life is going to change and be enriched, and there's going to be passion and excitement. And then community, coming together in community, not just with eyes on one person, but the two of you. So your friends and you, or you and a loved one, will come together and be with a bunch of friends, and your whole life is going to change this month. Yay! April, I mean. Okay, take care.
All right, thank you, Michael. Thank you. All right, now we have an Amy, Aimee. She's a Capricorn from Michigan.
Okay, so I got to mix the cards up, Amy. So meanwhile, do you have any advice, Dave? Any things to share?
Oh, yeah. Well, Trio's going to be, Friday the 7th.
And who is Trio?
Trio's this amazing band I've discovered. And, yeah, they're really cool. And we're going to be at Miss Kitty's in Naperville the 7th, Friday.
And everybody loves Miss Kitty's. It's an old-fashioned bar in Naperville that's very, very wonderful. And everybody loves the energy of it. And the people there really appreciate music, so that's always really fun.
Yeah, it's a great place for music. So that's on Ogden Avenue in Naperville, Friday the 7th of April.
And what time does it start?
About 8:30.
Okay, yay.
When we get around to it.
And all likelihood, I'll be there. Okay.
Right.
So, who would we have now?
We have Amy, Aimee.
Oh, this is nice, Amy. You're going to conquer the feeling. So you feel as if you're bound. When the word all tied up is, you feel as if you can't be yourself. Tied up people aren't recognized. It's like you're invisible. I used to yell at my family and say, what am I, invisible? You can't see me? So it's that feeling, but that you're going to discover the first 10 days of April a way to break the bounds, things that are binding you. And you're going to find that you always had the ability to be free. And then you're going to go into the happy family energy. So don't be afraid. Your extended family, or maybe even family you haven't seen for a long time, they're going to come, and it won't be negative. It'll be very bright and shiny and wonderful. And then you have Archangel Gabriel. So when you have happy family and Archangel Gabriel, it means that you're going to experience the truth. I've been having my extended family, which is huge, okay, because my father had 13 brothers and sisters, so it's, and so I've been having them come by of late. It's been very interesting because some of us haven't really communicated for many years, like 25 years, something like that. And so as we're talking, what's really exciting is our journeys have been so similar. We've had the same physical things. We've had the same emotional things. It's fantastic, actually. It just really opened up a doorway in my heart to reconnect. So that's what's going to happen with you. Okay, take care.
All right, thank you, Amy. We appreciate it. Tina, March 1954 from Chicago.
Okay, Tina, the world, the beginning of April, you're going to appreciate and connect with the world energy. I don't know if you are at all, New Agey people, some of them are very into aliens and some of them aren't. In a recent channeling, the entity said that the aliens were already here, that there are interplanetary people. And then I saw a post that said that NASA had finally admitted that they've been in communication with aliens for like the last 6-7 years. Now that may or may not be true, but it's a funny thing because this being is looking at the Earth from far away. So it might be that you're connecting with a sister from another place, or you feel that energy running through you. So just don't be afraid if that happens, because this is a very positive card. Then you have the community card. So it means that there'll be people around you who will be interested in your journey. So you're going to have lots of people helping you along. And then we have the door to romance at the end of the month. So I just had a thought, maybe you're going to romance an alien. Wouldn't that be fun? So anyway, that door to total and complete love is going to be yours the end of the month. And I think it's because you've been softened up by community and by the wonder of the universe. Okay, take care.
All righty. Thank you very much there. We appreciate it. Have another Amy. Yes, another Amy.
Wow.
And let's see, July 12th, 1984 from Malta, Illinois. I didn't know Illinois had a Malta.
Mm-hmm. They sure do.
Another Amy in Malta. How interesting is that?
Okay. Amy from Malta, Illinois. You have the walking away card the first part of April. Walking away means I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to go up against that which I can't change. I'm not going to waste my energy. I'm going to go out and I'm going to explore the world. It also can have a connotation that you may not want to stay in the same situation you are. You might want to pack your bags and leave. When you walk away, you have to walk away in strength and kindness, not in running away. Walking away is different than running away. Just so that you know, I don't want you to leave your family, get on a bus and go to California. No. You walk away from the argument. You refuse to be part of the energy anymore. And then all will be well the first part of April. And then you're going to experience a caring connection, somebody who really cares about you. I was reading that this is really a weird statistic. Like 90% of the people on dating sites enjoy the verbiage, the connection, the talking to each other, clicking on each other's pictures, but they don't actually want to date. They just like that connection. It's important to them. So this is about having a lot of that connection, that people appreciating you, flirting with you, having time with you, and really appreciating you for you. That's the middle of April. And then in the end of April, you have that card that's the warrior, the Tarzani card. Your warrior might come up, but because you already know how to walk away, you're not going to enter into the fight, so your cycle will be broken. So you're not going to have a period of calm and fun and then fight again. So that cycle is done now. All right, take care.
All righty. Thank you very much. Debbie is next to the last.
Okay.
She's a Virgo from Yorkville.
Okay, Debbie. Money, 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 money. So the first part of the first 10 days of April is Archangel Shamuel. He's actually the angel of finding lost things. So if you ever watched Antiques Roadshow or those kinds of things where people find, things that's worth $1 million in their shed, that's the kind of energy he is. So when it comes first in the reading, that first 10 days, I would look for what you have around that's valuable that you no longer wish to hang on to or never did wish to hang on to it. Just get rid of it. Okay, next is the door to spirit. When you lighten your load and you have a little money so you don't worry, the door opens up to be able to connect with the divine. And then lastly, the second door opens up. So when the spirit door opens up, a lot of people realize that they think it's the end of the journey. It's not. The next thing is the door to personal happiness. It doesn't get much better than that. So then April, all in all, is going to be a wonderful month for you. Okay, take care.
All right, Debbie, thank you very much. Last but not least, we have Jason. He's a Gemini.
Okay, Jason.
From Parts Unknown.
Being able to, it's interesting because you have the Jesus card, the Healer of the Ages card, as the first part of April. But you have to understand that Jesus was strong. And I'd say, I don't know of a healer who's not really, really strong. They're all really, really strong. They all have a certain kind of an iron down their spine that helps them to face or embody and then face devastation and then heal the devastation. So that's what's going to be in you, an almost like uber shepherd kind of an energy. And that the second 10 days of April, it's about who am I? So you're going to make some decisions about who you are, and you're also going to realize that even though when you make your decisions, we're taught to make decisions that include everybody else. But to tell you the truth, you want to include people in the decision-making process, but you don't want to make your decisions because of them. I know that's a little complicated, but when you sacrifice for somebody else, it can cause all kinds of inner turmoil for you. So by saying to somebody, like if I was to say to Dave, hey, I need to go to Malta, in the island. I need to do this. It's really important for me. It's going to help my growth. I have a lot of friends there. I think it'll be very healing for me. And Dave will go, well, what about me? And I'll go, well, I'm including you in this process. I'm telling you, but I'm also letting you know that I really have to do this, and I need your support in my doing it. See how that works? So I'm honoring the fact that maybe he doesn't really want me to do it, but I am in dialogue with him about it, about what we're going to do. So if he had said, no, stay home, I would have still had to go. And then it would have caused a big rift. So that's the energy you're going to be in the second part of April. And then the last is the temple path, which means once you do this, you're going to discover your own inner wisdom. And for some people, it means you have to go back to school or learn something or put another skill set in your backpack, so it might be that you want to get another skill and honor yourself in that way. Okay, Jason, take care.
All right, Jason, thanks for watching. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and got a tons of birthday wishes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Dave. Happy virtual birthday.
There you go.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
All right, see you next year. See you tomorrow.